Depends on which record you're talking about. Because there's sometimes the direction's like this, and sometimes it's like, phew. That's supposed to be funny. You know, Mike was there when it all started. Mm-hmm. You know, I was hanging out with him, and I played a couple of gigs with him. And then he said, if you ever need any help with anything, let me know. And then immediately we got the band together. And he started helping us and, you know, pointing us in the right direction. And I followed him in every direction. I mean, it was from songwriting to, if you mean it, then sing it and deliver it. If you don't, if it's not a true story, then make them think it is. And just treat every gig and every record like it's your last one. And when it came to production, he got better and different with each one. You know, like the first couple of records, we were all fired up and ready to roll. He hadn't produced yet. We haven't really made a record yet. You know, we made a live record and the first studio record when, you know, we were probably not even 21 yet. But we were fired up and ready to go. I remember we did the Purple rehearsal, and he looked at us like, you guys are on fire and you got something to say. So we went in and did that in a few days and moved on to the next one, which was a little different than the last one. It had its good moments and bad moments. Then we went on to Garage, and he was in a more rock and roll direction. So that was a grungier record, you know, if I can say that. And then with the next one, he got clean, and his head was straight. Clean as in, you know, he didn't drink in the studio. And it made it, not like the guy was doing heroin or something.
Yeah.
But he got more focused, you know, and once we walked away from that record, it really did sound like we were aiming for a mainstream with, you know, 4-minute songs and stuff. I still love it, but a lot of our fans thought it was a jump in a different direction. But, you know, the more records you put out, people are going to think that you're selling out or whatever. But with the last one, in my opinion, it's the best sounding record because he walked in without a care in the world. And not one of those, let's hurry up and get the job done, then go to the bar. He walked in and just plopped down and was like, all right, here's how we're doing it. It's going to be different than last time. And it was just like sitting at somebody's house recording a record. And instead of him saying to us, what do you think about this? We say no. We say, let's give it a shot, see what happens. Mm-hmm. So we experimented. His tones were different. They attacked it, the amps different by isolating everything instead of just putting it in a room and throwing a couple of mics on it. And Adam Oder was absent on this one. And if I was to go back and do it again, I'd bring Adam in because Adam knows us. Mm. He knows what direction we want to go in. And you know, he's a different McClure every time you step into the studio because he wants it to sound different. You know, you can't help but sound like the same band because you're that band. That's what you do. But when it came to tones and everything, it was definitely a different approach.